That's probably better. I'm still getting used to all this, as you can all tell anyway. And I probably didn't do a very good job of advertising it this time either, but it was all sort of last minute. Everything's been going on. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday. So, yeah, I've had a really great weekend. It's great to see there's a few people in the chat already, which is good. Um, yeah, I suppose today we've got to definitely have a talk about the new Rise of the Beasts trailer for obvious reasons, because it was spectacular. I think it far surpassed everything and anything everybody was expecting, myself included. I wasn't expecting anywhere near it to be as good as that, or for me to be, I suppose, as excited as that, shall we say. It really was. Has that made a difference? Maybe I should put it here. It really was completely surprised. There we go. Here in time, then other streams. There we go. Ben's in as well. Perfect. There's a few here now, as I say. I normally advertise this much better. Here we go. Havoc Magnus, I'm great, thanks. Hope you are too. I know a few people here, interestingly enough, have put good afternoon, but it is 10 p.m. in the UK, so it's a bit of a late one already, but I enjoy doing these. I started doing these, making them regular this year. To be honest, I wanted to start doing them every month, purely because exactly what's about to happen. The chat's starting to fill up, which is great, and I'm sure Ben's going to start asking his silly questions in a minute, but yeah, we'll just let everybody else jump on board in a second. I'm going to get Legacy Clampdown soon, hopefully. Which one's Legacy? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the one that you wanted. I hope you get him soon. He's a great figure, to be fair. And I think the best thing about that is he's not too scarce. So fingers crossed you get him. There's a few, as I said, I'm looking at picking back up now and again. It's no Clampdown's Wolf Cybertron, isn't he? He's not Legacy, so no, he isn't. Of course, he's Velocitron. I'm getting mixed up. Big M is in. Nice to see you. What is my eerie goes? You see, do you know what? I don't really like cheese, to be honest. I don't like it much at all. See, I should have done a better thing. My phone's just told me. Yeah, there you go. That's my phone's just said that I've gone live, and I know I've gone live. I probably should have put a better thumbnail, to be fair, but in honesty, I didn't know how to do it until I do it live. That's how I know how to do it. Probably just mature cheddar, and that's because I pinched the kid, Sean. Ben, sorry. If anybody's asking, that's a random question. Let's have a chat about the fact that obviously Unicron's in there, and that's, I mean, moviegoers, whether you like live action movies or even, of course, the animated ones, we've got the good news that there's going to be 3 animated, I'm sure there is. Ben will hopefully chip in with this because he's the movie master with regards to animated stuff. Subscriber and channel member on here, so he can jump in with his silly things to ask, and of course his knowledge, because he is very knowledgeable in all that. So what do you guys think? Do you think, I personally think that they've gone back and re-edited and put his Wheeljack's ears in? They must have, because we didn't see anything for him for absolutely ages. We saw nothing on the promos, nothing at all, and then it's like in that trailer that we saw, they made an actual physical thing of when he stood there, you see him with chink chink chink, that you saw him actually come out. So I think that they've I think they've gone back in and re-edited it, to be fair. I'm not too sure. What do you guys think? Do you think they have, or do you think that it was always there and they were just not teasing us? Because I think obviously some people were genuinely, there was loads of people like more than genuinely upset. They were actually really angry. But I've always said that I've been able to distinguish, yeah, that's it. I think, I don't know if it's better than a Bayvest. I think they have. I've said from day dot with regards to the movies that, of course, it's Transformers, so it's not totally different. Yeah, I think they did as well, Ben. 100% I think they did. I can disassociate them pretty well, to be honest, because they're a different thing. It's a different, it's 30 years later, so I can disassociate with them. Like Ratchet for me would never look like Ratchet. Even Optimus Prime, to be fair, in the first movie didn't really look like Optimus Prime. You could tell he was Optimus Prime because he was a red truck. But as far as my childhood memories go, Cafe Cybertron, fantastic. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you very much. That's nice of you to say so. What time is it in Brazil? What time is it in Brazil? Is it daytime? Is it evening? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I went to I know Mexico and Brazil are different, but that's the closest I think I've been to Brazil. I don't think they care enough to be accurate there. I think you're right, Sean, to be honest. I think that you are genuinely correct there. I don't think they care enough. I think obviously what they want to do is make a big movie and make a lot of money from the movie. I also think, that the guy we've got now, they got perfect in the Bumblebee movie with it. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what they needed to do. That's what everybody said. Anybody who's a Transformer fan, even if they're a Bayverse fan or a G1 fan or a Unicron trilogy, whatever. Everybody says that opening scene in the Bumblebee movie was exactly that. It was something, you know, spectacular. It was. It was good. It had everything. So I've got high hopes for this new movie. I really have. I've got more hopes for this movie than I have with a lot of the other ones. For me, the movies from Dark of the Moon was watchable. Age of Extinction, I've watched a couple of times, and I've still, as I said, I admit it, I just really struggle with the last night, and it doesn't really do it for me. I appreciate the figures and the toys though, because I think there's a lot of engineering and hard work that goes into the figures. But obviously, we always discuss this. I do think that the movie, but again, hopefully this one's going to change it. Maybe the fact we've got the Maximals and the Beasts and everything like that in. And of course, Unicron's just been thrown straight in, which is very interesting. They didn't even, it wasn't as if it was like he was going to appear at the end of the movie and they were going to make like a big thing about him. They just threw him straight in, which I thought was brilliant. Age of and Last Night are nearly unwatchable for me. Yeah, pretty much. Kung Fu Hustle, there we go. Nice to see you as well. Thanks for jumping in. I think most people at the moment, apart from us, Ben, actually, and there's a guy from Milton Keynes somewhere here. I think the most of the people in here are from everywhere, from the States. You see, there you go. So it must be, it depends which part you're in. It's either 5 hours or 9 hours behind us, isn't it? So it could be 5 p.m. or it could be 1 p.m. depending on where they are, which is the big thing, obviously. So yeah, I think we definitely need to keep talking about this trailer, and exactly that. To be fair, I refused to watch the last Bayverse. Yeah, it was terrible. It really was, and I know that some of my friends on here and subscribers will argue with me completely, but it was, what I didn't like was the inconsistencies between them all. They didn't flow. They didn't follow. It was really weird. Chicago 4 p.m. Yeah, so there you go. 6 hours. Strange. I think because our clocks went back 2 weeks ago now. They changed that. We get that daylight saving hour. I don't know if the rest of the world gets it. I know Europe gets it, which is where literally we lose an hour's sleep in March, the end of March, and then we gain an hour's sleep in October. They do it every 6 months, obviously, so it messes around with all our times. Here we go. Here they all come through. The new Rise of the Beast. So toys are going to be awesome. Wonder if everyone's going too fast, but this is good to see. It's very interesting. Unicron just came in. It's taken a whole new level. It was mad that the fourth one so much through my socks. Did it? Unicron Into the Dream. Yeah, definitely. I'm just catching up with the chat here. As I said, I've only got a phone there. Yeah, the fourth one, I was really disappointed because the Dinobots were in it and I expected them to be amazing, and they were all right. They weren't that good. They were huge. Thank you very much, Kung Fu Hustle. I appreciate that. Guzzy Hero, there you go. Guzzy's jumped in as well, which is perfect. Simon's jumped in as well, which is perfect. So there you go. I'd say it's a smaller number tonight, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. All that matters is the people that are in here already. Most of you are members, which is great. So we can all have a chat and see what's going on. I'm sure they'll start to creep up. For the people who've just jumped in, of course, we are talking about the new trailer. Oh, you follow my Instagram? Thanks. My Instagram, I have to confess, is awful. I take the worst pictures ever. 90% of them, I'm sure you can tell, are just screen grabs from one of the videos that I've done. I do need to make an effort with this area behind me. I need to make a bit more of an effort with my photos, especially with some of the things that I've got. You do a few live there and take photos. Perfect. Harvey Chops is in. Really enjoy the guest unboxing. That's just something. I'm glad you've said that, Harvey Chops, because it's just something that I just thought, rather than me with a figure, hello, here it is. And a lot of the case, I think a lot of the times, and I hope I don't come across as this, I don't want to be coming across. There we go. For cheer fans, you don't go to the movies for continuity. No, that's it. Exactly. That's completely right, Sean. With my unboxings, I'm genuinely excited for them. It's not as if I want to say, this is what I've got and show off with it. I want to make it fun, and I want to make it rather than just that. I'll have to check yours out as well then, Kung Fu Hustle. Because as I said, I didn't want to just be like, oh, here's a figure, it's dead rare. I wanted to make it fun, exactly. And loads, I don't know when I started doing it, to be fair. And it just sort of caught on. G1 suit. And it's not easy to watch as an adult as someone who obsessed over the G. Guzzy, do you know what? I need to watch them all again. I mean, I totally put my foot in it the other day, didn't I? When I said about New Age Hound and said I couldn't remember at all him ever putting his canopy up. Duke's in, perfect. Nice to see Duke's in as well. Right, let me catch up with these. But of course, there was 2 episodes. Somebody completely corrected me correctly and said he has his hood in this episode, he had his hood in this episode, and of course I don't remember, I admit it. Right, the trailer had me psyched over there's so many characters being introduced and whether there's going to be a chaotic script. I'm exactly the same. I'm going to be there opening night. Do you think they'll do more than one movie? This is it with Unicron. I thought if they were going to bring Unicron in, they'd definitely make it a big trilogy, or they'd make it. But we don't know. We're still speculating. We don't know if they're going to kill him off. We don't know if he's still going to be there at the end. We don't know, which is brilliant. I go to TFW 2005 obviously to get lots of my news, quite a bit to be honest, and I just screenshot and bring it over. I reckon the new Transformers Rise of the Beast is going to be good. I think it's going to be good as well. I think it's going to be. I do think it's going to be very good as well. I think because I've got friends. I don't know about you. I've got friends who aren't into Transformers, and they literally. What's the word I'm on about? They're actually excited to watch it. It's not because it's Transformers. They've got no interest in Transformers at all. I did as well. Kung Fu Hustle. There's quite a few people in this chat right now who did. There's a few of us in our 40s in this chat who got to see the original movie in the cinemas, in the movies, it's good. And I like the fact that Simon, Transformers UK collector, there, check out his stuff as well, guys. He's just put that he's actually excited for it because Simon's been one of the people since I've been doing this YouTube channel I've known the longest since I've been doing it. Pete's in, Colin's in, everybody. Oh wow, there's loads of people joining now. That's good. Yeah, sorry, never no interest in the movies really, but now he's jumping in exactly saying comments like that. You only saw the 86 movie. You see, that's not weird. It is what it is. I want to get Colin's take on something actually. If Colin's jumping in, I want to take his because again, I don't know if Colin likes the movies or not. Are you impressed with the new trailer? They can make some reference to the 86 movie with the fact Scourge seems to be working. I think so. Just doing a custom Voyage Optimus Prime. Stupid Unicorn's Earth story. You can't destroy him unless you can. That's it. Oh, that's the dream. That is Kung Fu Hustle. That's my dream. SDCC in the future when my kids are a bit older. As I said, my daughter was 1 yesterday. Literally, my youngest one was 1 yesterday. So it's got to be a few years before she's a bit older, and I can use the excuse of a family vacation or family holiday over there and just tie in a few days over there at the same time. But I would love to do it, definitely. Someone on Twitter said it perfect for me. Going to watch it now with low expectations, but hoping that's a good thing to do. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what you do when you go and watch a movie now. You go in there and you just expect it to be good. Hasbro will send you as I don't think I'm going to be getting 2 million subscribers anytime soon. Oh, for San Diego Comic Con, I've just realised what you said. I thought you meant for the opening of the movie. I was like, that's never going to happen. I'm just happy. You know, there's 7.5 of you now, which is crazy. And it's nuts. It's nuts to think that there's 7.5 of you, which is brilliant. Yes, they did. They based his on Peter Cullen's face, which is a brilliant, brilliant homage to Peter Cullen. I mean, Peter Cullen for the Transformers fans is obviously what Stan Lee is to Marvel, isn't he? So let's just keep our fingers crossed we can keep him in them for as long as possible. Fingers crossed as long as possible, Pete, because he's and again, that's another reason why I want to go to SDCC and all the main ones, just to shake his hand and just, you know, say hello, get a bit fanboy. I got bored of the movies. So Pete, you need to watch Bumblebee because I completely agree, and this is what we've just said on the 10 minutes previous. They're no good, apart from Bumblebee. Do you know what, Guzzy? Someone was saying, or was it you, Ben? I think this is what Ben was saying. Ben's got a brilliant theory here that that Scourge is going to be a herald of Unicron and become Megatron at the end. I'm sure he said that, which makes perfect sense to me, to be honest. It definitely does. Yeah, Pete, you have to watch Bumblebee. Even if you just watch the first 5 minutes, pal. Literally, watch the first 5 minutes. Turn it off if you want. But yeah, it's brilliant. Other way around. Come on, Ben. Tell us your theory because it's brilliant. Ben's theory is brilliant. Is that yeah, he's a herald of Unicron because Unicron's. It's great. It makes perfect sense to me. I see. I've got a bad throat, which I know I should have got a drink with me. Scourge becomes Mega, or the other way around. Yeah, Bumblebee's the cream of the crop, mate. The Bay movies, in my opinion, have great action. There's so many things and so many ideas and plot holes and things that people are just thinking can happen, but we don't know. But obviously, in the '86 movie, some of them obviously Megatron became Galvatron, etc. Scourge and Cyclonus, and who knows what's going to happen. There we go. If Scorponok isn't in it, Megatron's in it. The little Scorponok is in. That's it. I heard that the cyber, yeah, that is Pete. Honestly, it's a good movie. It's a watchable, normal movie. Just watch it as a normal movie. But the Cybertron bit at the beginning is phenomenal. It's so good. The rest of the movie, as I say, it's okay. It's got a couple of little bits in that you might just be a bit like roll your eyes at, which of course, because you got to be, because it's a family movie. But overall, it's brilliant. Yeah, we never get it in this over here again. Daniel Evans has jumped in as well, which is brilliant. Here we go. The Submarine Museum from the fifth film is about 2 minutes from my house. We were able to go down whilst they were filming. Oh, yeah, I know what you're on about. They brought the cars for kids to see about. That was good. I was almost in tears at the first 15 minutes of Bumblebee. I do wish they'd include Cyclonus. Yeah, I think it's too late for him now, but I hope they bring him in. The first half is like a buddy movie with Charlie and B, but it really picks up second half. Please give it a chance. Yeah, there you go. The original one was okay. The original one for me, when I came out, as in the original 2007 movie, not the 86 one. The 2007 movie, I was massively disappointed with because I built it up to be so much more than what I thought it was going to be. And then it just wasn't. It wasn't any good. But then when I went back and watched it again, it's better. It is better when you go back and watch it again, when you just forgive the silly little things like, I've just realised maybe that'll help. No, that's too bright. Look how look how useless I am. I don't know what I've knocked off now. Oh, my wire to my microphone. Yeah, the 2007 ones, it's okay. Revenge of the Fallen's okay, but then of course you've got Skids and Mudflap who ruin it. Hey, HMS Nautilus is a female bot, right? Guzzy and his fembots. He loves his fembots. But yeah, this new one is going to be better. You can already tell it's going to be better because even in the trailers there's not too much. What's the word I'm after? I'm going to catch up with these. Breakdown in the most dark. There we go. The 2000 films of the pop it up on your higher left side, Russ. Left side, this one. I've got nothing to pop it on, matey, but I think what I'll do is I'll try this. I'll put it on the microphone box. That's a good idea. I'm knocking everything over. Adam's in as well. Clinical's in. Everybody's in. This is better. Everybody's jumping in there. I reckon they have, Simon. I think they've gone back and edited his wings back in because they really highlight the fact when he's doing the standing thing that that his wings appear, don't they? They really do. Make it apparent. Is that better? I don't even know. Maybe they make it apparent that obviously they are there. So I think that is definitely, they've put them back in. I'm sure they have, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Not doing characters justice. Yeah, they and by the way, hello Squire. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, you can't kill one of the main characters off. It's still mad. They killed Jazz off. That's what I thought they were going to do with Wheeljack. I thought because what's the word I'm after? Because obviously we saw him in the first part and then we didn't see him at all. And obviously I think it was because of the backlash, but I thought, are they going to get rid of him? Are they going to kill him off quite early? But obviously he's in that standoff in the end. Late by a few minutes, I had to finish some headphones. Now it's warm enough to have a fan. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got them. I'm trying all these new things and trying to get it all to work. But when you come around and see this room, it's smaller than the other, and I suppose it's all right. I just need to get the lighting. I need to get everything to work. I'm more excited for the animated. Yeah, I think Transformers 1 is going to be spectacular for obvious reasons. I don't know if they've delayed the Wheeljack toy, which the train said there's Jazz, and then I had to explain to him that it was Mirage. He's only 6. It's true. I don't know why they didn't just call him. I suppose because obviously they killed Jazz, didn't they? Q in the film. Yeah, Q was Wheeljack, wasn't it? I can't remember much of him in Dark of the Moon. I had the figure. I got a couple of them. I got the Takara one and the other one, but I don't remember too much of him, to be honest. But maybe that's it. Maybe there's going to be more. That's what everybody wanted to see. Fung Boys just jumped in. Now there's loads of you in the chat. Now there's 30 plus. So there you go. This is perfect. Everybody's coming along. I know it's cheeky, but can you hit that like button for me, guys? There's only 9 likes and there's 35 in the chat. So how did that happen go? Here we go. Phil is in from Robot Recruits, which is perfect. I agree. IDW that didn't use the Porsche's Jazz. So there you go. I don't know. I think obviously the main reason why Mirage is you never saw it was because See, proof I don't watch Bayverse. Adam Graham. Yeah, he was killed in the first one, mate. Killed off instantly. Instantly killed. Well, not to say that instantly. That's a lie. In the first, I suppose, real confrontation at the end between the Autobots and the Decepticons, Megatron just rips him in half, literally in half. So yeah, he didn't last long. And then of course Ironhide. So here you go. Ironhide was killed in the third one. So joking, this film's inappropriate stuff like Sam's mum asking him if he was having. Yeah, that was right. Daniel Evans is there. What's he put in? I don't know what that is. Hyperlink is in as well, which is brilliant. Yeah, apologies if you hear my daughter crying in the background. As I say, she was one yesterday. We had a party today. She is well overstimulated, and because it's 10 p.m, she should have been in bed ages ago. What else would you say? Mirage was Dino and Dark of the Moon. I remember reading that. The Rise of the Beast Target Masters in the Entertainer. No, I've not been. I need to check the Entertainer. Oh, it's shut on Sundays anyway, so I need to go check that out. Definitely do. What are we talking about then? I can't think. You're right. The stupid, inappropriate jokes when Bumblebee weed on thingy. That's no good. Princeton Flanix is in. Great to see you too, buddy. Everybody's jumping on now. Yeah, when Bumblebee weed on when they just had stupid. You know, they tried to make it really sexy and they didn't need to. They last longer than me, but happy duck. Thanks, Ben. I'm excited to see how much more money is being pumped into the Transformers 1. However, this means they will be going. I think the voice cast for Transformers 1's phenomenal. Come on, Morgan Freeman's going to be... Not Morgan... Is it Morgan Freeman or Lawrence Fishburne? Which one was it? One of that. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. Who's going to be Alpha Trion? Was it Lawrence Fishburne? Someone's to mate with Michaela. Yeah, that's it. Yes, happy birthday. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, that's it, Pete. They were just stupid. They didn't need to put that in. I need to go check inside. There was loads, and of course the whole skids and mud flap. I got asked to do a video the other day. Lawrence Fishburne. There you go. What is Transformers 1? It is the new animated movie. Whoever's just asked that, it's a new animated movie coming out next year. What were we talking about then? I can't think. I don't know. I was going to say something. I can't think what it was. I was looking at this. Can't think. It'll come to me in a minute anyway. Damn. I've seen the Beast Target Masters in £16. Wow, that's well expensive. Just for the little ones. I know they're on in demand for like £6 if you're on about them. I've seen them for £6 in the UK. Yeah, inappropriate. That's it. Somebody asked me to do the that's it, or the get out of jail. That's no good, obviously. I don't remember that at all. Scotty Hansen is Alita 1. Both they said that they were mostly movies about the humans. Yes, that's it. That's very true. Got Alpha Trion, kind of wish Gibson for Jazz. Yep, that's it. Someone asked me to do a review on because I've got the Human Alliance Mudflat figure, which is quite rare. And someone asked me to do a review on it, and I was going to do it. And I just thought, well, what's the point? Because I don't even like the characters, and they're just too controversial at the moment anyway. And I always try and portray, well, I don't portray, I do a family-friendly channel. So I didn't want to put that up to get a load of backlash on it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, they just ruined it. They should make the original cartoon and make Bumblebee red. Now there you go. Pete starting things off already. We always have this in here. We're not having any more talk of what colours they should be, because I've got a grey wind charger in front of me, and he's definitely not grey. Yeah, Transformers 1's going to be brilliant. Is Chris Hemsworth? It was Chris Hemsworth, is he as well or not? Or did I make that up? I know I did a video on it the day and I've just completely forgot because of lack of sleep. Rise of the Beast is ridiculous, where the director said it will show Hispanic and black culture or something. It's about robots fighting, for crying out. Yeah, exactly. They don't need to do all that. It's about, all we need to see is robots. All we need to see is robots. And of course beasts now. We've got loads of beasts. That's it. Chris Hemsworth is Optimus Prime. That's what we need to see. And that's, you know, as Transformer fans, that's what we want to see. But you'd think that with the millions and millions of people who watch Transformers, that there'd be enough. They don't need to keep trying to, you know, spread to the masses. Chris Hemsworth and Scott, that's it. Yeah, it's them too, isn't it? They don't need to go any bigger. They don't need to bring things in we don't need. Blitzwing's base has jumped in as well. Nice to see you, buddy. Thanks for jumping on. He is worthy of the Matrix, red or blue. Or for Rumble, maybe just mix the colours and make him purple. Oh wait, Rumble was blue and purple. Well, there's a thing, blue. He definitely was. Rumble can be orange at the moment if he wants to be. But if they bring him in, I don't know. I still not got my Studio Series 86 version. That's crazy how scarce he is in the UK. Franchise the G1 is show POC culture and TF that ain't new. Yeah, it's true. Rumble is red, Frenzy is also red. Everyone's going to start this again. How much do you rate Chris Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth's in fantastic condition, is he? Let's be honest. Let's not beat around the bush. He's definitely in good nick. Frenzy is silver in the Bayverse. That is true. Frenzy is silver in the Bayverse. We're not going to get into this again. There has to be a Titan class unit. Do you think there will be though? That's the thing. Or do you think it is perhaps a good excuse for them to do that, but in a new deco? I don't know. It wouldn't. I don't know if they do it, Simon. The reason why I don't think they do it is purely because he's too big, and what they like to do with the movies is with the Studio Series, which, thanks by the way, Phil. Thanks by the way, they're here. I've still not done them yet. They've arrived. They like them more to scale, don't they? Core class Unicron. And I've still got to do these. Core class Unicron would be amazing. It'll just be a ball. A new retail Unicron would be cool. Can't see him doing it. Just can't see him. I just don't think. I think at the moment, especially in the climate, that it's too expensive. I think the average collector. I think the thing what most people were able to afford with these is because obviously when like the same as the HasLabs, they give us at least a few months to get it all saved. If they say we're going to make this, since the toys able to get it the first time around, but I don't think it will happen. I can't see it. Core class Unicron would be amazing. Right, it's going too fast. I need to keep on it in the trailer. Did you see Mirage give the guy an exosuit? Yeah, you see him, you throw it on his hand and it goes on. Waiting on Voyager Power Glide, yes. But I want the prototype drone as a proper toy. The Super 7 one does because we need proper version. Unicron too expensive. Titans need to be. They're never going to be Fung Boy. They're never going to be. I'm so sorry to say that. If Commander class are that much, then you're never going to get a Titan unless it's heavily discounted. Like, and I've still not done it. It's still in a box up there. Cybertron Metroplex. I brought that just before Christmas in the sale, and I've not even took him out of the box yet. And that's why I've not got Guardian Robot yet either. And I'm going to hang fire. I'm going to hang fire with, even though I really want the Nemesis, but if it's going to be £200 plus, I'm not going to be able to justify that. Not at the point. Ah, that is what you mean. There you go then. Yeah, I can't justify, not at the moment anyway. I'll probably get it in the future when it drops down, but I'm not going to be pre-ordering it for £200 straight off, to be fair. I've still got lots to pay off regarding some of the figures that are around me. Yeah, that's it, Adam. You did me. I did the same. I got the Arc for just over 100, I think, but I got the Cybertron Metroplex, which for £70, which was insane. It was, I think, again, one of In Demand's just very quick flash sales. But again, I've not even took it out of the box, so that shows how bad I am with that. Same with a lot of things. I still need to actually get around and enjoy them. But I think as everybody who's in this chat right now, I know that lots of you are busy with your private lives, busy with kids, busy with business, busy with work, everything. It just at the moment. Speaking for people in the UK, I don't know, I'm sure you'll all agree, everything just seems to be really, really busy at the moment. There you go. Clinical won't pay more than 120. Never buy Titans for full price. I can't wait to have the Nemesis next to the Arc. I, again, agreed with all of these. Completely agree with all of these. I just hope I've got space up there, to be honest. At the moment, these are just put up there. I need to put them out like a school photo. I got the Arc. That's incredible. £55. You can't even get a leader class figure for that now. That's an incredible price. Well done for hanging out and waiting that long. Don't know why, though. Yes, it is. Everybody's really busy. It was the stupid Romeo and Juliet law thing from Age of Extinction to explain the underrelationship tripe. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Cadent, yeah, that's it. They don't make sense on them. Cybertron is a hard watch. I never got a connection to the Metro. But isn't he Scottish or something? He's Scottish, isn't he? I'm sure he is. How does the Arc scale with the New Age? He's still massive compared to it. Pete, he's huge compared to it. And especially that new one I just did. Adam, I did the video on your New Age Grimlock the other last night. Emir or whatever. He's huge. Considering he's a legend scale figure, he's huge. He's big. He's as big as the normal deluxe. He's as big as the normal standard Hasbro deluxe one. So yeah, I did a video on him yesterday, buddy. Got it up. Yeah, I need Ariel as well. I need that set. We haven't got enough. I think that's the SDC Comic Con exclusive, isn't it? So as soon as that happens, it is a good Grimlock. It is. Again, I thank Adam for letting me review him before I send him off to Adam. He's a great figure, to be honest, via Show Z, of course. And I was really surprised at how robust he is. And I think it was either Pete who commented on they're going to put gap fillers for the sides now. New Age Omega Supreme is huge. Pete, he's in there. He came the other day, but I've not got him out yet. It's about the same size as G1 Grimlock, give or take. Russ, is the Motormaster hard to get or expensive? In who asked me that? Let me quickly reply to yourselves. Kung Fu Hustle, initially when he came out, he was it was really expensive. He was about 70, 80, up to £100, which is about $130 at the moment, I think. But like now he's been heavily discounted. I think he's been discounted down to £50 in game. Can anybody else? Yeah, because I sent one to he's not in the chat at the moment. Or maybe it was it Hyperlink I sent a thingy to? It makes it impossible for, yeah, again, it does. Exclusive figures were upset. That's it, that's how much he is, £45. Keep an eye on the game store, the computer game store. That's it, £50. I got one, Adam, for somebody in the chat, and I sent one off to someone. He was 110 to start, now some places, and he went, which for Motormaster's a shame, because Motormaster's one of my figures of last year. But he was too expensive, so I understand he was too expensive. But as a figure and the engineering on him, he's genius. The transformation process is amazing. It's 80 New Zealand dollars, about £40. That's really cheap, Colin, really cheap. Green light, so glad I got. Yeah, that's it. Here in the US, green light took like forever to. The only reason I got green light was because I brought. What else is it? The only reason I got green light was because I brought Orthia all-in-one from Paul at the Space Bridge, because again, you just don't see green light. You didn't really see in the UK at all. She was incredibly hard to track down because I don't know what it is. We don't get. Yeah, I've got Orthia. She's in a box there, but we don't get Amazon. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys who are here from the UK. Do we get Amazon exclusives over here? Because I don't think we do. So maybe they learned that 100 plus is too much. I got my. Oh, Pink Panther's jumped in. Nice to see you too. Yeah, it was Amazon. Yeah, but is it Amazon US or is it Amazon America? Because we didn't get it. War for Cybertron Trailbreaker. I was just about to say that. Jeff has sold one on here. He's got up loads of money. Yeah, I needed that Micromaster Siege Green. That. Yep, I was lucky enough to get a. I don't think we get it. I don't think we get Amazon exclusives in the UK. I'm sure we don't, because I never see them anywhere. And Amazon exclusives can we get from in demand usually. Right, that's good to know. That's good to know for UK guys. You order mine from Amazon US. Oh, okay, that's nice. Oh, that's the ones that you sold the other week, Pete. That's it. Yeah, you did good with that. You did good selling them. I completely agree with you guys. Even though I'm quite lucky now that I've got quite a few contacts and I like to track a few things down, it still annoys me, and it still annoys me that obviously we definitely know that Studio Series Voyager Optimus from Rise of the Beast is going to be a Target exclusives. But for anybody who lives in the UK, they will know obviously that we don't have a Target. So that's going to be a case of some online store somewhere is going to get us one of them, because we just don't have any Targets. We don't have Targets, we don't have Walmarts, we don't have Walgreens, we don't have GameStops, we don't have. I'm just trying to think of all the other things that you get over there. I'm going to have to try that, Pete. Do they just deliver as normal? If you just go to amazon.com instead of .co.uk, do they just deliver as normal? Or is there import charges or anything like that? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out, because I will look at that. In the Kingdom side type of Mirage from the Battlecross time pack for sale. I need the Mirage. I've got the Grimlock. We have a Nichols. We haven't got them either. They've gone really scarce because I brought the pack for just to join the boxes up, but I need Mirage out of the box. Got them store exclusives or a trip. I go to Targets all the time. When I've only been to the States a couple of times to do actual shopping and to go on a holiday, and it's just amazing over there. Oh, that sounds all right. Loads of times in the US, and it's quite often cheaper with shipping than it is to get them over here. That's great news for everybody who's in the UK, who's listening to this now, or who's watched it, or who's in the comments. Do exactly what they're advising us to do, which is perfect. I have to start doing that then in the future, because It's too expensive. They all are. And again, I want to go back to what somebody was saying before. I do think they've learnt with the Commander class price. I think he was 82 on in demand as well. I think that's where I ordered mine from. Walmart have no loads of clip. Velocitron, that's such a shame. But I think the problem with Velocitron, obviously, apart from Cosmos, is, and obviously Override, they all of them were, no, they were Walmart's, Ben. You get the Diaclone stuff from Amazon Japan. I saw your video. Smith's looks, yeah, Smith's for us at the moment is brilliant. Kung Fu Hustle, and it's really weird because it's total roles reversed. In the UK, we used to get nothing at all, and now Smith's is just full of them, full of Transformers everywhere. They have dead end, really down to $15. Walmart's, Target's, and Amazon US and Walgreens exclusives will have to imports for us in the UK. Funboy, that's funny. Not sure where they are, but my Walmart's. It depends. I mean, obviously, the only ones that I've been to typically will be, you'll laugh as soon as I say this, but the ones in Orlando when I went, obviously, to the parks. But they were well stocked everywhere. You see, Kung Fu Hustle, there's people in this chat in the States how many I sent over to is crazy. Did you see the TIFF UK, the Charlotte Night? One guy had some Diaclone stuff. I sent so many Cosmoses to America because people couldn't get them. But like in the Smiths, if you go back, not that you want to because it's painful for yourself, obviously. If you go back to my earlier toy hunt videos, Cosmos shelf warmed over here in the UK for ages. Yeah, I live there. Yeah, I was in Orlando, but it was years ago, matey. It was 2014 and 2008. It was 24. It was a long time ago that I was in Florida, but it's a place that I can't wait to get back to. I luckily got a friend to get my good. I'm glad somebody got you one as well. Florida's too cool. I'd love to retire in Florida. That would be the place where I could go and retire. But he was never in your Smiths. That's crazy. No, I didn't, Guzzy. What did I miss? Just one of the, it's nothing, Pete. Just one of the guys he's just got some things, that's all. Netflix Bumblebee, he was in discounts. No, not Netflix Bumblebee, Netflix Soundwave. The other really rare one was in The Entertainer, heavily discounted, just before Christmas. Or sorry, about, yeah, mid last year. It was crazy. Come here with my best friend. I wonder how much it cost to ship all this over there. Are you going to visit the Transformers restaurant in Hong Kong? I would love to, but it's a bit far away. It's a bit far away. I never saw a Netflix Bumblebee. The Goldbug will have to do for me. We had Netflix Soundwave loads. I picked him up, no issues whatsoever. You know, I can't remember which set it was, but it was about 250. Looked amazing though. Yeah, we had loads of Netflix Soundwaves over here because I don't know. It's weird distribution. I discussed this with everybody. The distribution's mental. We're quite lucky here at the moment, but we don't get it. Was it expensive? I didn't see how much they were. Funboy, give us an idea of how much they were. I've only got pictures and stuff. But it's a burger with an Autobot logo on, so you've got to do it just once, haven't you? Doesn't matter what it costs. Sorry, Hasbro. What the things that we, as I say, that we don't get over here really, it's all £10 a burger. Wow, Smith's. It was the last one they had. Unless it's online, we all didn't know the prices already. Unless it's online, we don't get. Obviously, as I mentioned, anything like Walgreens and Target in stores, we have to buy them from specific or specialist online shops. So any of the buzzworthy figures that come out, you can't walk into a shop anywhere and see them on the shelves. $200+ or much like that's insane. He was 40 quid, £42 when he came out here in the UK. Yeah, that's what he was, and he was on the shelves in Smith's. I would not be interested even if I did eat meat. It looks pretty grim. I'd go there just, as I say, just for the whatever, just the fact that you're in the art because it looks cool. But they do vegan stuff there. Clinical, you could get some. They definitely do a vegan burger. Jazz and Bumblebee in a comic book store. They only had one jar, so I was pretty lucky to go in the right time. Really wanted Goldbug out for trying up. Ben Planet Birmingham stocks a lot of the buzzworthy stuff. See, so Guzzy, you've corrected me there. I didn't know that. Pulse UK is pretty good actually now. Don't get me started on the Amazon Conehead Seeker Pack 2 exclusive. Just for the, that's it. That's what I'd say. Go to the Arc just for the experience, because it's the Arc. Definitely go just for the experience. The 2-pack Seeker, I've got Dirge on the way. Your Smith's never had a Tarn. You should have messaged me. I'd have got you one, because I'd have done that, no problem. I sent a Tarn to somebody as well, to be fair. I can't remember who. We like to help each other out in this community. That's obviously what we do. Tarn is a brilliant figure. I'm looking. Oh, mine's hidden away somewhere, I think, at the moment. What about the... He's going to copy the Arc. What about the Iron Factory, all the three of them that combine to make a huge Tarn? That looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? I might be interested to have a look at that. If anybody knows anybody who's got that, that would be... I'm annoyed can't get hold of Dead End to Complete Menace. So somebody's just said that he's on Fung. I don't know if you live in America or not, Fung, but I can't remember. But somebody's just said that they're on discount in America already, down to $15 for Dead End. But I don't know. But now that we know, we can keep an eye out. People on here can keep an eye out for you. That's what we'll do. We'll help each other out. I think the biggest thing at the moment is I am in Y. I think I have Coulter and doesn't Legacy Tarn. He doesn't compete. Oh, okay, there you go. Nice. Thanks for letting us know that, Guzzy. Legacy Tarn's going to be bludgeon, isn't it? Let's be honest. Legacy Tarn's going to be painted green, and when they get around, they're going to be redecoed in as bludgeon. So they release hard to get figures. BMAC, Mark and Evan are really awesome. Oh, you're in the UK, South London. Okay, I'll keep an eye out then. Never had a Dead End in a store. Yeah, I mean, we discussed this quite a lot, and I was obviously very lucky to talk to them. The designers actually do care. They love the figures, they love the brand, they love the franchise. So they do bring out figures. BMAC does love it as well, and he's head of marketing, and he loves it, which is great. Cooking dinner, Adam. It's 10:30. It's 11:45 p.m. and you're cooking dinner. What's that about? Oh yeah, you work nights sometimes, I think. But yeah, they do tend to listen. I do think they do, to be fair. I mean, obviously they can't. I am going, Guzzy. I just need Simon, who is in the chat now, to confirm if he wants me to buy him a ticket. Because if I need to know, because we can meet us there, or I can pick him up. Because Daz, funnily enough, who's not in the chat, I'm going to pick him up. Would Tarn make a good striker? I don't know. Is that striker from... Where is TIFF UK? Khan is in Birmingham, Fung Boy. It's the one I went to last year. I did a video on it last year. I went there last year. Last year was the first one. This year's the second one, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. I didn't get a chance to make food till just before the stream. Okay, we'll let you off. Yeah, it's at a hotel in Birmingham, whoever just asked that. And it's 2 weeks away, so I'm going to be going there in 2 weeks, which will be good. And I'm meeting a few people there. There we go. See, I don't know enough about it. See, I don't know. Everyone's like, you know everything, Russell. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know enough about, especially about Beast Machines, Beast Wars, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, who else is going? I don't think Tarn has the bulk to be a striker toy. TF Nation in Manchester was pretty disappointing. I heard that, unfortunately. I did hear that. I was gutted I didn't go, but I heard it was disappointing. This one in March, sorry, not this one in March, this one in May, in 2 weeks. It was only small last year. It was the first one that I went to properly. But it was good. It was small. It was intimate. This year is going to be a bit bigger because it's round 2. But I'm still going to go anyway. I think they've made it too expensive, which is. Beast Wars is dope. Beast Machines, lol, you can skip. There we go. I still need to watch it. Also missed out on 86 movie Grimlock. No, he wasn't an exclusive at all. 86 movie Grimlock was just normal release. I ordered mine, funnily enough, from the chap who's in the chat. He just had a normal online store, and this isn't disrespecting you when you say this, Phil. You'll jump in and completely confirm me. He doesn't get like Target exclusive. He just got it, no problem whatsoever. He got it in because it was normal sale. It was really small. I'm glad they didn't oversell tickets. Beast Machine's not amazing, just as I mean, it's Beast Wars is. I think most people, I don't know what it was. I don't know why so many people who I chat to in here and who chat to me, Super Jinrai, yeah, we've said that. I don't think, he was so, I don't know why people just didn't buy him. I think it was because he was quite expensive. I think I know a lot of people who are like, well, I'm not paying that. Um, but yeah, that's, I mean, I'm looking at mine up there now. It's funny. It's not funny, obviously. It's funny how fast that he went and how many people missed out on him, or just missed. Just thought, no, I don't need it. And then, of course, everybody wants one now. And then this, obviously, we're going to get shattered glass version. What's the other version we're getting? The crazy G2 unreleased deco of him. That's the one that's going to be amazing. That's what's going to be amazing. The crazy unreleased G2 thing. So, Phil, while you've just answered that, did you find that you were able to get it okay, or did it just, exactly like we've just said, did it just sell out instantly? I've heard that somebody in the chat paid nearly, well over double the other day for one. To be honest, I know they did. And Phil, for anybody who doesn't know who's in the chat, Robot Recruits is an online UK seller, and it's who I buy loads of my figures from. So it's interesting to hear what, you know, if they just sold really fast, or were they hard to get hold of? Because I don't think Tiger Stripes Grimlock I can't wait for. A recall of Studio Series. There's going to be 3 of them before Swoop comes out though, so it's not. You had no problems getting him. There you go. Maybe see, that's nuts as well. I don't like the toy. I did. Do you remember that? I don't know who's the guys, and everybody in the chat now who's been a follower or a subscriber for Yonks. Does anybody here remember in the chat when I ordered a BotCon figure, and somebody sent it me in a Studio Series 86 Grimlock box? I thought they'd sent me the wrong thing. I sent them a message saying, you've sent me the wrong thing. He said, have you opened the box? I was like, no. But he literally posted me a BotCon figure in bubble wrap in a Studio Series 86 Grimlock box, put one thin layer of bubble wrap around the Studio Series 86 Grimlock box, and posted it me. So of course, when it arrived, I was like, why has he sent me this? This is wrong. So I messaged him, and he was like, have you actually opened the box? I was like, no. and I can't believe he did that. He just literally posted me a figure in a Grimlock box. So yeah, loads of people seem to do that. I couldn't do that with the box. Even on the ones now, even on all the figures that I actually open, which is all the new ones, all the new figures I open, I still keep the boxes. I don't like throw them away, bin them, or use them as posting materials, because you never know. I know, but it's really difficult to store the boxes as loads. He was a mainline figure. I had no problem getting him. He was in stock for a while. We didn't restock as demand died off. But now everyone's, that's exactly that. It's nuts. That's it. Yeah, the boxes are just some of the best things about it, especially now, like the legacy ones. The legacy ones are actual work of art. It's amazing. Yeah, it's and it's, you know, the fact that you can do the things like join them up, make the posters, make the pictures, like the War Across Time ones we were just talking about, the twin packs, piece them two together. The boxes are beautiful. They always were. I mean, even I think, as I say, I've discussed, and the Japanese boxes from G1 have always been for me a huge just visual pleasure. I can just look at, like this, there's some in front of me right now, and I can just look at them and just love them. As I don't intend to sell my collection. By the time I do, the world will have bigger issues. If you ever want to sell your Retro 86 movie boxes, I'd be interested. Same. Which one are you saying same to, Adam? Are you saying the same to Guzzy or to what? Because it's interesting, because I remember Patriot Primes put a post up ages ago, and it was his porch at his house, and it was stacked high of empty boxes, and he was like, these are going in the trash. And I was like, you need to sell them, mate. You'll make a load of money. I literally picked up some of the Rather Beast boxes. I didn't buy any, and the card is really thin. Yeah, that's it. Same with me and the Japanese box. I know what you're on about. Yeah, because the artwork was nuts. I should get rid of all the boxes packaging, but just can't bring myself to do it. I can't do it either, even if I flat pack it and stick it in a box and forget about it. Because I think the good thing is, yeah, Kung Fu Hustle, some of the empty boxes go for silly money, because people who buy the figures loose and they want to get a box, put them in a box and you can sell them. I've seen whichever, mate, you can sell whatever. Russ, you are cute. Who's that? Thank you very much. Why am I cute? Because I can't talk. What was he saying? Yeah, of course. You can sell the empty boxes. They go for silly money, especially, like, for instance, if it's in years' times, One of the best things about the new packaging is it's very easy. That's exactly what I do, hyperlink. We've discussed this. Still have the box of my hyperlink. I'm a hoarder, so I was loath, but I turned it, buy box, that's it. The 86s from this year, absolutely stunning, better than the figures. Do you know what? You're right. You are right. I keep getting loads of flack for doing them because I put the wings up, but I always put the wings up and I prefer them with the wings up. Mine's really dodgy though. My Starscream from Day Dot doesn't fit in or doesn't stay in. Look. Oh, there you go. Of course it does. Jinx. So let's lift it back up. I mean, you expect that from a vintage figure, not from something that's brand new. So I was a bit disappointed with that, to be fair. But I think the Takara box one's better. And they did it first in the anime colours. Don't damage the box, but always sign them. Nah, that's damaging it. Even though I'd like, again, if and when I do meet Peter Cullen, I'm not going to let him sign one of my actual Optimus Prime boxes. Maybe a case that it's in or something else, but not an actual figure. Because I think that I think, funnily enough, I suppose if it's for you, it doesn't matter, does it? I think if it's something that you're looking maybe to ship on or to pass down to, like for me, most of my collection will be passed down to my kids to sell on if they want to. I don't want to devalue it for them. I just get his autograph normally, which would be good. I need to meet him. That's a lifetime goal for me. Meet him. It would be good. So that's another reason why I need to do an American convention. Who knows? I don't know which one. They seem to be. I think the rumor is they're going to have the New York ones back to normal, aren't they? Where they do the New York Toy Fair ones, where they show pretty much everything that's going to be coming out that year. I think they're starting them again from next year. I don't know, but I still prefer when Hasbro do the what's it called, the fans first events, because that's the best way to see figures. Now that we don't get the pamphlets anymore, I love them. Have you had to do an autograph yet? No, I haven't, and I wouldn't even know what to. I would obviously give them if they wrote it. You better hurry up if you want to meet. Exactly. I know. T. I need to get and see him. I can't believe that. I wonder why they don't fit in the jet things. Maybe it's I don't know. They don't look much different to mine. Maybe it's because there's extra cardboard in it. I'm not too sure. I've been asked for a few photos. That's about it, Ben. Which is nice. He's 81. Wow. Yeah. Then you're right. I've got to hurry up. He needs to come and do one at UK then. Whoever's running TF Nation, they need to get him in the UK this year if they can. Someone told me that he didn't do them anymore though. But then of course, as I said, I know he's at one of the ones they're coming up soon in America. Or did he just do the one that was in America? I don't know. How's it going at the gym? It's going fine, thanks. 1 or 2. Still busy, still got loads of clients. Well, enough clients, shall we say, to keep it going. And yeah, I still love training. Is that he is a smoker? No way. There you go. And he will have obviously smoked all his life for obvious reasons. If he's still smoking now, well, not all his life, but you know what I mean, since a very young age, because you're not going to start smoking later on, have you? I think the ties that hold the figures in add a couple of millimeters to the thickness. Maybe that's what it is then. See, I opened all mine. I put all the boxes up in the loft, actually. They're all neat. You should panel interview guests under your banner. Maybe that's a good idea, yeah. That's it. His ticket sold out right away. I'm going to hopefully be doing some more interviews soon anyhow. I've got a few things like that in the car working on them, shall we say. I still need to do more interviews with the guys who are in the chat as well, to be fair. I'm just don't have any time. I'm like, this is something that's completely crazy for me. I hate the shape of some of the new boxes. It means you can't stack. It's just awkward. Like, so yeah, I'm going to Sea Life in the morning, really early. Get up, take the kids to Sea Life Centre, and then it's bank holiday on the Monday, and I'm working that all day as well. So it's actually getting time to sit down and do things like which I suppose I should do, really. What real YouTubers do, and I say real YouTubers, people who do that's it. Who do all the editing and do all the proper stuff. I still wouldn't even know. I know I can use StreamYard, but I need to see if I could do it. Yes, Peter Cullen was Ironhide. He did loads of voices, didn't he? He did more than you think he did, to be honest. No other channel does that with interview fans or members. That would be amazing if we could win an interview or something. We could do that, no problem. We wouldn't even to win an interview, just have a chat with you all. I want to be doing that with as many people as I can, but it just takes absolutely forever, to be honest. I'll do that, actually. There you go, Ben. There's an idea. Channel member interviews. I'll be doing that soon. I need to practice on it, actually. So, yeah, I should do. And then what I could do is I could do the first 10 questions that I asked the Hasbro people, because they're all generic, aren't they? And then, of course, ask some specific questions regarding that particular person. So maybe that's something to look into. Good idea, Ben. That's a very good idea. I like that. I'm sorry if if you keep seeing me doing this. My hay fever's kicked off really bad this month. Peter Cullen was great as Wenger. Right, what is Wenger? Why do I not know what that is? Am I going to be embarrassed now when when it comes up what Wenger was? Because I don't remember what Wenger was. Pollen has been high this month. Yeah, it has. I'm awful late at night and first thing in the morning. He did Streetwise as well. I.O. Venger. Venger, of course. It's Venger, not Wenger. Of course, I know now. I read it as Wenger, didn't I? Like arson. But yes, I know Venger. Wow. Yeah, it was Eeyore the Donkey, Car from Knight Rider, Ramrod from Sarsay. Wow, there you go. See, I know Venger. Do you have a day? No, not yet. I'm going to be getting one, Guzzy, because I need to because I'm in a new room. I'm going to have to get one of them. I'm going to have to get an air conditioning unit as well, because it gets quite hot in this room in the summer. And on this aisle next to me there, they're all G1 sealed figures. So I'm a bit worried that in the heat the bubbles might come loose. Oh, did he? No way, did the Predator voice? I never knew that. Visionaries didn't know he was Sindar. Get out of town. See, this is amazing what we're learning. So yeah, Guzzy, I'm going to get one of them soon. In fact, anybody who's got a decent, I suppose, a tip or a recommendation, leave it in the comments or leave it in the chat of a decent air conditioning unit to buy, because I'm going to need one for this room, 100%. And that'll obviously help out, as you say, with the pollen things. That's amazing that he was Venger. Dungeons & Dragons as well is another huge favourite of mine from my childhood. Doesn't mean I'm going to start collecting the toys, though, if anybody asks. Definitely not going to start collecting the toys. Ramrod, Saber Rider, the Star Sheriffs, and Old Ankle Deep Cut. He did loads, didn't he? But I think you always find that. You always, as a parent, and I'm sure some of the parents on here will what's amazing retro will obviously, back me up 100% with this. There we go. That, you watch a kid's cartoon and then something a bit later, you'll hear, they do so many of the same voices. Yeah, that's it. It is. Talk to a museum about care. Of course, you need to do the same. A dehumidifier is king. I need to get that. Thanks, Colin. I need to do that, as I say, before it gets hot over here, because I don't want any of these. You hear them horror stories, don't you? Bubbles falling off and stuff. So that's the absolute last thing that I need to happen with these, because I haven't got the space to put them all flat. You're the same as me, Retro. That's why I was buzzing when I found that out. Chris Latta is in Star Trek The Next Generation as a Klingon. They all do loads. That's what I mean. They all do loads and loads and loads. I cannot believe we've been chatting an hour already, guys. This is crazy how fast time goes. It really is. Nuts. Oh, itching like mad. Tis though, it's true. Look how fast it's gone. That's why we need to meet Peter Cullen. But does he ever do UK appearances? He must have done some ages ago. I have 4.2 metre square room and I haven't had to cut dust since early June when I moved into this room. You can buy a special museum. I do need to sort the lighting out in here, because it's awful. How you admit it, it's awful. This is all I've got. It's not good at all. The Gargoyle Show. My idea of heaven is your toy room. Thanks, buddy. I'm at humans being on TF. Right, okay, let's have a look at it. Finally got Transformers TV. We haven't got Pluto, Fungboy, we haven't got anything of that. Yeah, it's still a work in progress, Colin, and apologies to everybody who asks for full room tour. I just haven't got it all sorted yet. I'm pretty much there. I think I can do it. If I could do a quick sort of spin around, you can sort of see over there. So I've got the Power of the Primes here. and I've got Action Masters down there, and then I've got the European stuff all up there. But then it's when you come to all here and the boxes on the top, they're all everywhere. I just can't seem to. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do, guys, as a bonus, because you guys have been with me doing this for some time now. Let's give you a bit of a bonus. If you do. So this is what I got going on so far. I'm trying to get it all done. And then this is... It's all sort of all over the place. I'm still trying to get it sorted. So I've got, there's Shattered Glass. There's Studio Series 86. There's War for Cybertron. There's War for Cybertron. Kung Fu Hustle, I've got every single Generation 1 figure ever released. Yeah, there's them. Yeah, the boxes, but that's just not... It's not just on the higher shelves. If I try and show you down here as well, it's on... You can't see. I can't point it down low enough at the moment. All the bottom layers have got them as well. And then all of these up here, I've got problems with all these up here. They're all sealed, so I don't know where to put them all. And then I got the Titans all up on top of this. I've just knocked something over. So it's sort of coming along. They're all BotCon exclusives there. It's sort of coming along, guys. It's pretty much, it's getting there. It could just be that little bit better. And then I got them there. That's that's pretty much where we are at the moment anyway. Where did this come from? There, wasn't it? But it's not done. Yeah, it's the bit that's taking ages. Somebody's just put, you've got the Deluxe Insecticons. I've got better than the Deluxe Insecticons. I've got, here you go. Here you go. Here's an exclusive for you guys. Here's an exclusive while you're in the chat and while you've been there. Here's an exclusive for you. That's Chop Shop, but in an MB box. I've got the deluxe ones, but I got them all in MB boxes. So that's Venom. This one's mint in seal box, never opened. Oh, and then I got, and then I got Ransack as well. I got all 4 of them in MB boxes as well as Hasbro boxes. There you go. There's an exclusive for you guys for watching this. I normally do that. I sometimes bring out one of the ones that I've got rare here and there. They just take... Oh, yeah, man. Well, that's what I try to do. I try to keep the variants going. So yeah, I presume you must be quite new, Kung Fu Hustle. I don't know, just nuts. Just I've been doing it for 25 plus years now, with inbox released in certain areas. I like very small releases in mainland Europe for the MB boxes. How about this one in an MB box? You must have heard of it, Duke Nukem. They make the games, Milton Bradley, the board games. They make board games. Everybody knows Milton Bradley. Like, so, Guess Who? Isn't Guess Who, I'm sure Guess Who's thingy. Kung Fu Hustle, while you're still there. So that was MB Jetfire. So there's a normal Jetfire. Skyfire. So that's a normal one. And then if you want to get geeky, then we get this Jetfire. And then this Jetfire is the Macross version. See the logo there? It's got the Macross sticker on it. So we've got all different box ones. I cannot find my G1 Jetfire's gun. Yeah, that's it, Duke Nukem. So you remember. That's just boxed, that's not loose. Yeah, Milton. So who just asked? Yeah, Duke Nukem has same. Yeah, so Milton Bradley was Guess Who, Battleship, all that sort of stuff. Just nuts. Robotech Macross. Never knew they had a Macross logo on where, yeah, from the thingy, that's quite rare, that one is. But that's why Adam put in the chat. And again, you're obviously quite new to the channel. I try and collect as many variants as I can of the same figure. For some reason, I don't know why, just because I'm a bit stupid. But it's supposed to be different. Perfection and Operation. Yeah, that's it, Operation. One of these days I'll pick up a box version of Jetfire. A normal variant will be good enough for me. I wonder if Magnum's still got his. He's got a good decent boxed one he was selling. I'm just trying to see if I can show things onto to Kung Fu Hustle, because he's obviously quite new. So what have I got in here? I don't even know. No, I'll do it all later. I was going to say, so like the train bots, I've got the ones in zone boxes, ones in headmaster boxes, etc. So I might as well show him that quickly, because everybody always asks to see this. Everybody asks to see this. So if I do this quickly, and if I come down to there, so in there's Raiden in train mode, Raiden in robot mode, Raiden in headmaster boxes, Raiden in zone boxes, and then Raiden complete. And then you can't see behind me, there's Raiden in gift sets as well. And I did the same with Dino King there, and the same with Devastator. And then 2 seconds, actually, I've just worked out I can do this. If you wanted to see Omnibots, did someone just ask for Omnibots? There's like, okay, is it? Omnibots, right, bear with me a second, guys. We're going on a walk. Someone's just asked for Omnibots. So we got and then we got the Japanese boxed Omnibots. And then we've got the even rarer ones, which are these. So if you can bear with me, that's the Japanese mail away version. No, I haven't got one of them. Oh, you can see these now. Here's some more boxes. There's all my primes. There's my 8 Megatrons. Boom, boom. This is really interesting. I've never done a walk around in here yet, and it's really, really difficult. What is the box Ratchet? It's a Japanese mail away version. He wasn't released normally. Right. Let me just... Oh, someone said Lyocasa. Yeah, there's Lyocasa. Bear with me a second, guys. I'll just turn you back around. Yeah, Megatrons I've got. So what have I got? Let me have a think. So for Megs, I've got Hasbro Sage A, Sage A4 language. Yeah, he's up there. Unicron's up there. Canadian. I can't remember. Goodbye Megs, Japanese Megs, Red Megs. G1 Ratchet was the Japanese mailway one round the corner there. Yeah, definitely. That's the one I just showed you. I don't know what else everybody's asking. No Lysac toy. What do you mean? No, like which one's Lysac? I don't know what Lysac is. I'm trying to think. What else is everybody saying? There's a little bit of yeah, I've got the box set. Pete, Adam, don't hate me. I've got two. I've got two Lyocasa box sets. Yeah, Raiden and Lyocasa. Yeah, that's it. Legacy is Leo's accent. Oh, okay. Ratchet is one of my favourite Autobots. I've got a Ratchet in an MB box. My only collection is the Power of the Primes collection. I can't see another collection that compares. I've got. Did I show you the Power of the Primes one? This is funny. This is up and down, up and down. It's like I think I did a video on my Power of the Primes ones anyway, so I think you'll have seen that. Raiden, of course it is. Show them your Victory Leos. Oh man, Simon. Right, let's see if I can do this. So in here at the moment, so that's all of the 6 train. There's Buster, Hydra, Double Clouder, and all the others there. So there's the 2 Raiden boxes, them 2 at the back, and the Victory Leo, and the Big Powered and the Diatlas. There's Raiden Jr., and then the main Raiden's behind. And then here's the Victory bots. That's Diatla. So there you go. There's the Victory Decepticons. Bye, Big Panther. Them ones are going to be moved, obviously. And then all these ones in boxes that are hidden. Well, not hidden. They're all graded. So I just keep them safe. There's all the mini bots. Star Convoy's there. Behind Diatlas. Star Convoy's there. Star Saber is there. Victory Saber is there. Victory Leo is there. I need to get most of these out, as I say. I don't really know Voltron. Them 2 are daft rare as well. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And then I've got these. They're all sealed. So that's Spanish and English versions. There's some Action Masters. Then these are my throttle bots. So we've got Spanish, Italian, and English. That's a different one. That's a different view. There's all the eHobby exclusives. So there's Shining Magnus, Nucleon Quest, Hauler. And then we get crazier. Oh, there's the minis. There's some Diaclone original figures. There's the Bathing 8 primes. £30k, you're having a laugh, mate. That's not even one shelf. um, let's go back to normal now. Maybe 50k. keep put 2 zeros at the end of that. No. Oh, I'm stuck. That's better. There we go. Yeah, I know it's all relative, isn't it? It's all relative to where and when you got them, how you get them, etc. Big powered alone is 50 radio 6 is an absolute pain to try. Which one is? Who are they talking about now? And as I say, I'll do a proper tour soon, guys, I promise. But it's not even, as I say, I've still got space, still got things in upstairs in the loft to sort out, so loads to do. But I thought I'd do that, actually, to be fair. It was quite good to do that. It's interesting to get some feedback from you guys as well, just to see going back to whatever somebody put that about big powered. I brought mine 3 years ago and it was more than that. There's 2 of them for sale on Artfire 2000 and it's 2,200, I think, already. Hasbro Metro Titan and Unicron, yeah, they're up there. They're the ones that are straight up above. Unicron's class. But I think, as again, most people have got it. You'd think, Adam, I don't think it has. It's useless. I think it's literally just me walking around with this, mate. That's all I was doing, just shining this in. Yeah, some of that, as I say, G1 Megatron goes for insane amount of money now. It's nuts. What's the rarest movie figure you own? I've got Dark of the Moon Q, 2 versions. I've got Wheeljack and Q. I've got Leadfoot Deluxe, 2 versions of Soundwave, the Hasbro and the Takara version, Vortex from Dark of the Moon, and E-Hobby Black Soundwave from Revenge of the Fallen, Human Alliance Mudflap. See Clinical, I know that people in the chat love Fans Toys things. Studio studying for it, take care of so I don't mind in the room. Yeah, you got to come around whenever you want. The movie ones, I pretty much picked up quite a few of the ones, as I say. All the ones that you just don't see. But again, I picked them up from Japan where they weren't that expensive. Oh, I've got Dispensor from Age of Extinction. I've got Stinger from Age of Extinction. Protoform Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. Just ones you don't see. Dispensor's class. That's the Mountain Dew one. I didn't see the Minicon collection. One guy in TF Addicts has an absolutely complete. Oh, I've got no Minicrons because that's Armada trilogy, isn't it? So I haven't got any of them. I've got a few. I'm just looking about. I've also got a Mexican collection down there, which I didn't show off because Puffer and Swerve and everybody's there with a Hoist Breaker and all them others. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it categorized into different things, working out where they're all going. There are exactly. I couldn't keep up with them, to be fair. There's going to be way too many for me. Yeah, I'm keeping up with the questions just about on here. How long did you see, Princeton? I'm really lucky that I don't at the moment. I haven't had to yet. I'll come to that in a minute, Rage. No problem whatsoever. I haven't had to dust just yet. In the old room, I was really lucky. I didn't dust at all, and I was in there for 7 years. But then apparently, when it came to move, it was really apparent that I did need to dust. I'm imagining I'm going to have to do it a couple of times here. I like that. What's the worst Transformers figures I own? As in to transform, or a lot of the movie ones, to be honest, but I think they're overly complicated. The rarest figure that I've got, it depends on your locality, and I suppose it depends on what you're looking at. I'm lucky enough to have both Goodbye Megatron and Convoy sets and the VSX set, as well as the 4 Takara cassettes from Headmasters, which are quite rare. But then on the other hand, I've got a gold box Optimus Prime graded AFA 85. Yeah, he's awful. Broadside, which I think is the highest grade of that figure ever. So I don't know. It depends on what figures you're looking at. I mean, again, I'm just looking I forgot about them, the European Action Masters. They're quite rare, to be honest. Stratosphere snapped to me as I was literally transforming him. Yeah, that video's got 7,000 views now, I think, of me snapping a figure. God City. Yeah, I think you've just nailed it. Actually, God City and Battle Gaia. Battle Gaia goes loose for 2.5K, doesn't he? I think something like that. He does, like this, without even a box. Something insane. So yeah, you're probably right. So it depends where you are and what you collect. If you're not interested in Japanese figures, then that won't be rare to you because it's just a nonsense figure. Whereas something like a Fortress Maximus, obviously, yes, they are. They're from Operation Combination. What about the Grimlock? I don't have that one. That's the one that's been eluding me for quite a bit, Fung Boy, but it's just too expensive for me, mate. It's I got offered one the other day again. Emo dropped his price and he said you can have one for 3K, and I was like, I haven't got 3K. So that's the best price I've been offered one. I watched the cartoons mainly, just because they were on Saturday morning TV, and I had the comics, but I preferred the cartoons to it, definitely. Fearless Heart Mark is in. Oh yeah, I've got an original Red Tracks. Hello from Orlando. Nice to have you in. Thank you very much. That one was so rare. Never seen that Versus set. I've not seen it in hand. I know 2 people who've got them, both of which were trying to sell me theirs. So I don't know. Maybe you'll see one in hand soon. Maybe I can do some trading with some people. That's how I get most of my rarer things now, and that's what I say to people on here now. I buy figures sometimes, not that I don't necessarily want, or that if they're on sale and they're in a clearance, buy them and stick them in Transformers. Yeah, that's it. There's loads of updated versions. Yes, there definitely is. I haven't got one to hand to show you, but don't go by them prices anyway because they're useless. If you want to gauge a price of a figure, go to eBay, type it in. Don't look at what they're selling it for. Change the search options on the side to what it's sold for, and that'll give you an idea of what a figure's worth, because sometimes they're just nowhere near. They're way off. Do you have the Sky channel? No, I didn't. I didn't have Sky as a kid. It was only Saturday morning TV, I think, wasn't it, Pete, in the UK? I didn't get to see, I think, I remember very few, what's the word I'm after? Very few season 3 and no season 4 cartoons as a kid. I don't remember any of them. It was mainly season 1s and 2s, and even then there wasn't that many. It was shown on Sky. Yeah, I didn't have Sky. Sky in the UK, I remember, was really expensive when it first came out. We didn't have it at all. We didn't have Sky. Wide Awake Club, that's it. We didn't have Sky. I didn't have Sky until the late 90s. I don't know. You could be right, T. You could be 100% right. Because most of my memories are season 1. Season 4, I think you're right, of course it was on VHS, but myself remembering, I don't really know. Even then, the distribution was all over the place, wasn't it? So after school on Sky One, it was Wackaday for a while as well instead of GoBots. Yes, I didn't have Sky. I knew it was on Sky One, but I didn't have Sky. But like now, I've not got Paramount, so I've only seen the first episode of Earthspark. I'm completely way behind in that. Nowhere near caught up on them. I watched obviously the War for Cybertrons. Because they were on Netflix, and funnily enough, I don't even have a Netflix. A friend of mine gave me their code for that, to be honest. Sky started single Cabletron, they would show all the latest cartoons on Fun Factory. I remember hearing of Fun Factory, but I don't remember watching it. Earthspark is very poor. I don't know what people are offering me now, but no, it's okay. I don't know, I'll speak to everybody about that separately. Earthspark I've just not really got into. We had Sky through cable. I went through the G1 series a few times. It was great. I've got Pluto. I see Pluto TV. That's something that's not available in the UK, and it would be great. Pluto's when it's got them all on, hasn't it? I suppose it's a bit like the YouTube channel without the adverts, isn't it? I don't really know We're not lucky enough to, I don't believe we can get that in this country at the moment. So, and Adam's completely right. He doesn't waste his money on Sky. He spends it on Transformers instead, including some of the ones that are behind me, the new age ones, which are yours, buddy. I like the story they provide and backstory on my collection. I'll go my brother, I think, to the Fortune Maximus. Yeah, you're right. To be fair, you're whoever's just put that there. But yeah, if it's a complete Fort Max, you'll get that. You'll get that easy, definitely. Yeah, what was I going to say? Adam, your New Age Michael's here as well. It only came the other day, so I've got to review that. So anybody who's into New Age figures, I'm going to be review. Do I mean Michael? Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. On the Sci-Fi channel every week, then about 2007. Used to watch it much. Nice. Yeah, I did. As I say, did why him here. And then I've got Brawl coming soon as well, but that one's going to be for Rich. And then I'm going to have to order all the little mini Kang figures again because they're amazing. Samsung on Verizon has it. I'll have to have a look. Again, there's loads. Is it worth watching Earth Spark though? Someone else has just commented saying it's poor. I thought the first episode was okay, and I just haven't got around to watching anymore. Yeah, that's it. We'll just wait up. It's fine. We'll meet up at the Space Bridge and I'll bring them with you, which is easier. Definitely got to sort that out. That's for anybody who's in the chat wondering what we're talking about. We've got a very lucky, I say very lucky, it's 3 hours each way for me to go down and see him. But he's a specialist. Yeah, I suppose exactly that. He's got a specialist collector's shop. And he gets loads of things for us. No, it's that TV series. I watched the first half of it, but loved it. It's very much aimed at younger kids, though. I think the toys were massive letdowns as well. From the 89 Series 6, that was my last Transformer ever bought for music. Countdown. Yes, I did a video on Countdown. Just if you Rage Quit, if you type in Countdown to my search bar, there's a full review on there if you want to watch. Yeah, let's find out what people don't like about it. It'll be interesting. I've got a Spanish one, an English one, and another version. I mean, they're all, the toys are the same, but it's just the packaging that's different. Where are they actually? Where's my boxes? Oh yeah, they're up there. They're up there. I've got 3, as I say, all different boxes. No worries. Yeah, just literally type it into the search bar, Countdown, and you'll see it. Because the reason why I've got more than one of everything is so I can display it in every mode. So the video's got my sealed box one, the one in thingy mode, and then the one in the other mode. So you can see them all as they should be out, which is good. So yeah, that'll take you down memory lane if you want to have a look at that. Yeah, I know Megatron was good in it, wasn't he? That was the thing. And again, there's a huge, because it is really aimed at kids, isn't it? Lots of actual Transformers lore, cartoons or whatever. I really like. I just loved the toys. I just really loved the toys. That's all it really was for me as a kid. That's what got me so hooked. It was the toys, just the fact that I just kept on playing with them. I only used to buy Megatron as good as really tonight. W, some of my army. Yeah, you got to army build Nor, haven't you? What are you building with, Daniel? Do you do army building with the Studio Series 86, or is it the Titan's Return? Which version are you buying loads of Nors of? Interesting to find out. I mean, because I know people do that as well. People do that with the sweeps and with Scourge and everything. That's exactly that, Colin. That's all that got me into this. And as I say, some people are quite surprised as I say that. Oh, I thought you'd know that. I don't know everything. I just loved the toys. We didn't get all of the cartoons in the UK. We got more comics, obviously. And then I completely fell off it. Who's my favourite combiner? He's got too far. Right, I've got loads of different answers for this. So, and again, apologies for everybody who asks me about this all the time. So, I've just been asked, where are we? Who's my favourite combiner? So, number 1, and you'll be like, oh yeah, number 1, Reflector. He was my first favourite combiner because he is amazing, and he still is, and people don't even realise that he's a combiner, but of course he is. And the reason why I liked him is because we couldn't get him in the UK anywhere, so it was one of the first figures that I brought being an adult collector because I just love him. With regards to the standard combiners, which everybody knows about, like the Scramble City ones, the normal Gestalt, I love Bruticus. I love Predaking as well. But then as you come lucky enough to know more about the Japanese stuff, you can't beat Lyo, Kaiser, and yeah, Lyo, Kaiser, Raiden, and all of them, and even like Landcross. Landcross is, again, if you're new to this channel, which I think you are, Rage Quit Schmidt, type in Landcross, the video that I've done on Landcross, because he's something sensational. He's got 36 different modes that you can combine him. So not just a normal builder robot, all the robots combine differently. They combine with each other. It's off the charts different. And then of course I could even count Diatlas, big powered. I could even count Victory, Victory Saber, because he's a combiner. I still have an incomplete G1 reflector that I got secondhand as a kid. Raiden and Lyo Kaiser. There we go. Now I can say it. Yeah, honestly, Daniel, that's how this got so amassed. This got really amassed because I've told this story loads of times, and it's true. And people sometimes look at me as if I'm like made it up, but I went to what am I going to? So I went, like, in the UK we've got a discount store called what's the word I'm after? B&M Bargains, and my gym was next door to it. So I was buying figures because they were discounted, and then I just, because they were no use to me, I'd either trade them or I'd sell them on, and just to get these. So lots of the ones, all the stuff that I got here, especially the newer stuff, because a lot of the newer stuff has come since COVID, and my job got massively hindered by COVID. I was obviously one-on-one PT, so obviously I really struggled, but my collection actually flourished because of the amount of things that I had saved and that I actually had. The amount of trades I was doing with people was crazy, because I think somebody asked in the comments, you know, what rare movie figures have you got? And I had Wheeljack and Q, and I brought them from Japan for £18 each, but then in the UK they were going for 140. So I just traded it with somebody for something worth about 120 quid, I think, because that's what it's worth. And the person didn't, you know, question or anything, because they got a figure for a good price anyway. And that's the other thing, you know, and like sometimes you'll find a bargain here and there, especially with the fact that things pop up in game, silly prices now and again. So, you know, if you've got them few extra quid, and it might not even be a figure necessarily for your collection, it'll be for someone else's, so it's always worth picking it up so you can move it on, swap it, sell it on. UK Collector's just done all that with a load of his figures, loads of his RIDs and all his other things. He's just, you know, traded them to get G1, which is brilliant. And a group of sharks is called a shiver. There we go, you see. I did not know that. So that's for anybody who think he builds Sharkticons. Loads of people I know have done it. Loads of people I know have brought figures. It's just how you change your collection. It's how things move on. For me, the movie bots I didn't have the same affinity for the movie bots as I have for these ones, so it was quite easy for me to sell them on or to swap them for stuff that I wanted. So that's what I did with most of these, to be fair. A lot of the stuff I picked up while it was really cheap. I figured when I died some kid would get it. Yeah, of course you can pass it on. I think that if I died and passed all this on to my kids, it'd be a burden for them. They'd be like, what am I going to do with all this? So I intend to sell a few bits now and again, but not anytime soon. Maybe exactly like I've been lucky enough with a lot of my pieces, with a lot of my pieces being so sought after. You know, I don't know you say the word chancer as a negative or as a horrible thing, but I get a lot of people or chancing just saying, I've seen that figure in your collection, any chance of selling it? And I'll be like, that's what I mean by chancer. And of course, at the moment, it's no, but it's nice to know and to help people who want it. Like my Browning figure came from a collector friend of mine from his actual collection, so it's nice. And again, I've just hooked up Peter J. Rees, who's not on here. He wanted a Lyo Kaiser, and again, my friend who's is a Shivercons has agreed to sell him one. So it's nice that we can do that as collectors and help each other out eventually. That's what I'll do. I know people who love some of the things I've got and who'd be desperate for it. I'd give them first option and work it out from there. But at the moment, all my main stuff, it's not going anywhere. But that's a good question. Really good question. At the moment, we're talking about Shivercons. I don't know. Yeah, if fish are called shawls, are sharks called shivers? Someone can Google it right now while we're talking. We've been going for over an hour and a half already. Thank you for reminding me about Browning. What have I got to remind you about Browning for? I can't remember. I nearly put the stickers on the other day. I haven't yet. I nearly did. I'm going to have to put the originals on. I always said that I thought, what was your total number of? I don't know, to be honest. As in how many figures have I got? I don't know. I've got an inventory, but it constantly changes with regards to what I've got. There might be somebody else out there who's got all of G1. I don't know. I presume there is. I don't think that I'm the only person in the world who's got every single G1 figure. But what I think is, I think I'm probably the only person who would perhaps maybe have a Japanese version, then an English version, and then a Spanish or a gig Italian version. That's what I think mine's slightly different, because I do like them Insecticons. So, I've got Milton Bradley boxed ones, Hasbro boxed ones, the Jetfires you saw earlier, 3 different versions of them. So I think that's where mine differentiates. Obviously, I'm not saying it's better. There's a couple of people I know who've got pretty much all graded, which is just insane. Don't get me, they've only got seasons 1, 2 and 3, but they've got them all graded, whereas I've got seasons, all of them, and the UK and the European exclusives and the Japanese exclusives, but as I say, different versions of each. Even by pure fluke, the Action Master Elites, which are incredibly scarce, I've got 2 Omega Supremes, and ironically enough, they're both different versions. I was just really looked in with that. But I don't know if there's everybody else's collection's worth more to them. No, there's not, Wayne. I've got every single one. Every single one. Again, have you ever seen Series 5? Yes, it does. Only if you're on about, what's it called? Graded almost. Yeah, exactly, Adam. Do you mean Scramble City is Series 5, Ben? I've not seen Series 5 at all. I've seen Scramble City. Who just asked that? Wayne, no, is there one that you'd like to see then, Wayne? Because normally when people ask me that, that's because they want to see one. There's nothing at G1 season 5. No, I didn't even know. You see, I told you you're the master when it comes to cartoons, books and everything. I have no idea. Yeah, I did all the time, Colin. And as I say, with the fact that was it, you just looked at the catalogues. I put them up on the wall. I remember as a kid having the posters up on the wall and the reverse sides of the figures on the wall. I love doing that. I've got them here, actually, all the ones next to me here. I loved doing that with the catalogues. But the gutting thing for us was, and that's why I started doing videos on the catalogues, is to see the difference. Oh, that's you'll have to, yeah, I think I heard about that actually, but I will have a look. That's crazy. I've heard about it. I didn't know it was classed as season 5, but I've not watched it. But yeah, please send me the link and I will watch that, definitely. I've heard about that, but I've obviously not seen it. Yeah, those season 5, and that was the best. I've got loads in it. You see, now season 5 to me is obviously season 5 Super God Master Force, isn't it? Anything on your wish list I can see? Blue backers over your shoulder. No, Rage. We all thought that, right? We all thought that the Pretenders were awful. But are you on about Super God Master Force, Rage? Have you seen Super God Master Force? Because if you've not seen Super God Master Force, then you will 100% think that Pretenders are awful. But if you watch Super God Master Force, you will get a better understanding of why they're so good. Because Metal Hawk's amazing. Yes, Pete, you're right. Action Masters are worse. Metal Hawk's an amazing figure. Amazing figure, and he's a great character. I'm watching Super God Master Force now. It's good. Metal Hawk is always, Victory's the best. Victory's on a different planet good. It's so much better than anything that you think that you're going to watch. I've just loved Victory. Only based on the toys, Russ. Ah, okay. The way Pretenders were handled by Hasbro was bad. There you go. If you watch Rage Quit, if you watch Super God Master Force, it's the Japanese 1988 cartoons where the Pretenders were the main characters. And yeah, I'll agree with you. Again, one of the main reasons as a child I stopped collecting Transformers was because of the Pretenders. I got Skullgrin for a birthday and I was like, not feeling this at all. But again, you seem quite new to this channel, so I'm going to just get a pen ready. Thunderwing. Okay, so yeah, so get a pen, watch a few of these. Thunderwing is amazing. Crossblades is amazing. Grand Maximus as well. I've not done that, but yeah. I take it then, and this isn't a dig. This is obviously because we're all learning. Rage Quit Schmidt. What's your real name, buddy? Do you mind me calling your real name? Anyway, yeah. There's 4 more years of Transformers in Generation 1 in Japan. So when Hasbro and Sunbow stopped making cartoons in Japan, they carried on making them. So there's loads more, and they just get better. Like Black Shadow, which again he's jumped in. Paul, thanks, Paul. Black Shadow from Victory and Blue Backers from Victory, who they just mentioned, are over my shoulder there. They're amazing. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, you need to check. What's the word? They're good. Thunderwing, Crossblades, even the double ones. Some of the double ones are good. All Transformers that didn't transform, they had the. Yeah, that's it. That's it. When the Action Masters were what killed it. But we all know why they made Action Masters, don't we? Because G.I. Joe was killing Transformers, and what G.I. Joe's Action Force in the UK was the same sized men with the transforming bases. So they just did the same thing. They made the bases, and Black Shadow's brilliant. Paul, so does Paul know that the Metal Hawk Pretender, the inner robot is wow, look at that, that's just come up. Robot recruits member for 9 months. Woohoo. Did he know that Metal Hawk's diecast? So the inner robot, the inner bot for the original one is diecast. So it's not like the normal plastic ones. It's amazing. It's one of my favourite figures. Yeah, he's metal. Oh, wherever I put the box, I'd rather show you the box. I'll join the 9-month club too. Yeah, here they go. Yeah, he's diecast. The inner bot is completely diecast. So thank you ever so much, channel members. This is really, I can't believe it's been that long since I've been doing membership. Oh, Metal Hawk's box up there. I'll get him down in a minute. I'll show you. But again, I've done a video on it. I need to update that video, to be fair. Oh, here we go. Live with Marie's on again. We're all good, thanks, buddy. We've been on, we've been on about 1 hour and 45. We're going to only do about 15, 20 minutes more because I've got a busy day tomorrow. Agreed, super stuff. Willie, nice to have you on here, Willie. Obviously, I speak to you on Insta as well because you send me messages, which is great. I have no idea other than the American Jew and cartoon. Honestly, Paul, it's the best experience ever. I wish I had the book to hand to show you which book to use. But again, have a look. And I'm not just trying to tell you to go watch loads of my videos, but if you go to the guidebooks playlist, there's 2 guidebooks you can get which have got the complete run of Japanese figures in. And that'll blow your mind like it did mine in the early 2000s when I first got that book and I opened it up and I was like, what are these? And it just completely blew my mind. Yeah, Go Shoot is cool, to be fair, and then you can see them all. Is there basic episodes of, there's loads. They did Scramble City in 1986. The thing with, which I don't know if people know, what people are doing, obviously we had the movie everywhere in 86. In Japan, they just ignored it. They just completely ignored it. It didn't happen until the 90s in their folklore. So they had Fight Life Super Robot. Then they had Scramble City, which is the reason why all the combiner limbs changed, because they used to scramble the limbs, and they did that a lot in the cartoon. Then they had Headmasters, which was their own Headmasters, which was huge. It's about 2-3 seasons, about 40-50 episodes. It's huge. I don't know, where is it, Pete? And then there was, yeah, it was after Victory. It was after Victory, correct, in 1989. Then they did Super God Master Force, then they did Victory, and then they did the movie, and then they still did 1 episode of Zone, and then they just went into the manga folklore. I want to go and grab that book, but I don't know exactly where it is, and I don't want to waste loads of time looking for that book. Like, oh, I've got this I can show you quickly. And again, Paul, I've done a video on this. So this is, you're not going to be able to see it because I've got a rubbish lighting here. So this is a Zone catalogue, toy catalogue. We didn't get any of it really. So there's a Zone toy catalogue from Japan from 2000. And it's got all the figures, as I say, that you've probably seen behind us. You see Darkwing and Dreadwing, when in Japan they were called Buster and Hydras. Have you seen the redecos of them, Paul? Has Paul seen them? Because, right, bear with me, Paul. Bear with me, Paul. So, in the UK, we got individual boxes. They did in Japan, but they also did gift set boxes. There you go. Buster and Hydra. That was the Japanese versions. And they came in a twin pack. And again, they're in this. This is the artwork for Super God Master Force, not the Pretenders and thingies. So again, there's some more videos for you. Buster and Hydra videos on this channel. Absolutely love them. So let's go for a little walk again. So here we go. Turn you around. So some of these here. So these are some of the redecos. So obviously everybody knows who Twincast is now. I think everybody knows who Artfire is now and Sound Blaster. But here you go. There's Metal Hawk. That's the Inner Pretender. He's metal. Where's Buster and Hydra? There's Buster. And there's Hydra behind Browning. There's Metal Hawk's Pretender shell. There's Ghost Shooter. So these are all redecos. Remember Quick Switch? There he is as Six Knight. There's Black Zarek. There's Jinrai. So that's pretty much Master Force there. And they redecoed everybody. And then there's your Die Atlas with Sonic Bomber, Road Fire, and then all the other ones. And there's Metro Titan. So that was the Decepticon version, obviously, of Metroplex from 1990 in Japan. There's the original Stepper as well. Yeah, so that's the original Jazz mold. Made a different figure. But yeah, that's the one there. That's a metal Inner Pretender robot to this guy here. Do I have Stripes and Night Stalker? Yes, I do, but they're differently. They're in somewhere. There will be somewhere in them ones over there. But I don't really put them out. Whoever's just asked that. Let me turn this around because it's going to make you dizzy. The reason why I don't really put them out is because they aren't vintage. So I don't really collect reissues, to be fair. Try and stay away from the reissues if I can. Because I don't need them. I've got the originals. That's why I don't buy the reissues. I've done that twice now. I keep going round and round and round. These lights are so bright. Is that better? Maybe. Maybe that's better. So yeah, so Paul, check out, in fact, just check out the playlist, Super God Master Force playlist, Zone playlist, but also did the books. If I hadn't changed the room around, I'd grab you one, and just to show you how good it is. And as it says in the video, you start off with the normal Hasbro, and then behind it all, it shows all the Japanese stuff. And again, it just blows your mind because there's so much like these. The first time I saw these in them colours, I was just like, wow. Yeah, someone said 3 tech specs. No idea, Willie. No idea. So the reason why there's 3 is obviously because there's Buster, Hydra, and then Darkwings. Princeton, thank you ever so much for jumping on. Always a pleasure to have you on here, sir. Again, give me a shout if you need anything, send it over again. I think you're all right with that for now, which is good. What else was I going to say? Yes, he is. Grand Max is behind me. I'm not a fan of the Japanese series either. I think you've just got to give it a go. No worries, mate. Just that's what I try and do on here. Try and help people out because I need to learn myself, everybody. Buster and Hydra gift set. Yeah, with all the Japanese gift sets, they do. They always put the extra tech spec on. So I can't grab the Raiden, it's too high up. I was going to say there's 7 on the back of Raiden, because obviously you get Raidens as well. There's nothing I can really grab without falling over, I don't think. Okay, simple questions, easy questions. Favourite Optimus? G1, normal G1 one. Second favourite one, Star Convoy. Star Convoy's one of my favourites. Who asked that just then? Man, I need to get my brother in. Star Convoy is amazing. I don't know if you've seen him. So this is a 1991 Japanese G1 Optimus called Star Convoy. Quite basic, but he's got a motor on the back. He turns into a base, he works, he pulls things along, he combines with 2 other bots to make the Battlestars platform. He's one of my favourite Optimuses, and he's massive. And I think he's great as well. But again, Japanese exclusive 1991 Return of Convoy toy line. So the rest of the world, we were getting Micromasters and Action Masters, and in Japan, they get these beauties. Not fair. Not fair at all. Oh, that is confident. That is controversial. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, honestly, this guy is nuts. We got in Hasbro in America, in the UK and in America, you got Micromasters and Action Masters, and in Japan, they get this guy. So not fair. So not fair. Right, how long have we been going? Oh, we've been going ages now. Headmasters agrees. 6-Shot. Oh, 6-Shot was on a different planet, wasn't he? 6-Shot wasn't released in the UK, to my knowledge. Did you ever see the picture of the Swinist? Yes. Powermaster Prime is Optimus. Yeah, that's it. It's Jinrai. Yeah, Micromasters are good, but what you try clinical? Were you trying to tell me as a kid that you wouldn't? What would you have preferred, the Micromasters or Star Convoy? He's got a motor in him, that's why he's a brick. He's got a motor in him and he turns into a base. He's got 3. He's 4 modes, to be fair. PMOP. What's PMOP? I don't know what PMOP stands for. See, I'm not with this. A lot of the newer ones, a lot of the later G1s ended up being a bit of a bit bricky, but they made them like play bases. They made them play sets. You know, he came with that mini Rodimus figure. He came with loads of things. Dreamwaves Comics, Power Master-Ups. Oh, PMOP, okay. Of course it is. Why didn't I not know that? But you see, I don't refer to him as Power Master Optimus Prime. To me, he's Jinrai. God Jinrai. When he combines, that's what he is. Let's see. Everyone's going to be laughing at this now, putting in the comments, this guy's supposed to know Transformers and he doesn't even know who Power Master Optimus Prime was. Do you know what I think it is? I think the other thing as well is clinical. I think it's because it was never really explained to us. Whereas if you watch, again, if you watch Super God Master Force and you see him meet with Jinrai and you see them obviously combining with God Bomber and all that sort of stuff, and you think, actually, I get this now. This is really good. But whereas again, we didn't, I suppose they just used the fact that he died. Yes, I did like the new trailer. I thought it was amazing in the movie, and they just rebuilt him, but they didn't really give us in the cartoon. Even when they came back, he didn't look like Thingy. Main Zuzu commented $2. There you go. Sorry, someone's commented on something else then. Can't think what I was saying. They just brought him back, whereas in the Japanese continuity, you got to learn a lot more about it. I think is what it is. All right, how are we doing? It's nearly 12 o'clock, guys. 10 more minutes. I'm going to do 10 more minutes. I'll do another one in a couple of weeks anyway, because I like doing these. And everybody seems to jump on. He was just a figure over here and wasn't really exactly. He appeared, and I've got him, and I did have him as a child, and I did like him, but it was just, there wasn't enough. Even in the cartoon when he had the rebirth of Optimus Prime, he just what's the word? I can't think. There's a new cartoon movie. Yes, that's it. No, that's going to be really good, Paul. That's going to be really good. Also, yeah, I think we talked about that at the beginning of the stream. I think that's going to be very good, to be honest. The new animated one. I think it is. I think it's going to be pretty damn interesting. It was a big brick with stumpy arms. Yeah, that's what a lot of the Japanese ones ended up being. I definitely need a second Minerva. Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of figures that I look at now, and I think, and it's made me realise going back, or I was going to do a video on one, and I'm like, oh no, this is missing a piece, or something like that. So yeah, I need a better Minerva, and I need a more complete art fire. I think that's about it. But the rest of the things, I think I'm all right with. I'm not too sure. I say that now, and I'm always looking for some things to improve. I never see many videos on merch. I've got a few things. Willie, what do you want to ask? Guzzy, Mini Minerva, or even a white one with no accessories, will cost you 700 quid. Just the car white by itself with nothing. Minimum. Yes, I did, Willie. I put it on my shirt, on my thingy, on my YouTube. Yeah, so, ooh, the tree. What's that? Minerva, yeah. Liked it. Who's asking me what? About Minerva. Yeah, Minerva's just silly money. She's so expensive. Mine, as I say, with just the head was, and it's not white. There's a KO Korean one which goes for 500 quid, and that's just a KO version of it. So that's insane as well. I could probably get you that one if you really wanted a Minerva that, but she's pretty much exactly the same. It's just made in Korea, not officially licensed by Takara. Yeah, not faded. It's near enough impossible. I've even seen it's out on blue. Oh, I don't know what the thing. Keep looking, Adam, because they're nuts. They got worse as we got on Costco season 3 onwards. A larger copy from them. Yeah, I think that their budget was being cut, wasn't it? Again, I mentioned. I know it wasn't. I was speaking to somebody earlier when Andy Cousins was obviously at TF Nation, and he was one of the designers. He just kept saying, "Budget cut, budget cut, budget cut." Because the silly thing is, people who might not realise on here, when they issued the Constructicons for us in the UK, and they issued them yellow as part of G1 at the very, very end, they didn't have the combiner parts with them because they couldn't afford to send it all out. So we got the Constructicons that didn't combine. Insane. Really is. Right, last 5 minutes, guys. Start to fire your questions in. Sorry for the ones who are just jumping in now, but as you can see in the stream, we've been going 2 hours already, and I've got a busy day tomorrow. Sea Life Centre in Birmingham. If anybody else is there, just let you know. Taking my kids, be nice. No love, no problem at all, Paul. I will do. I try to do them at least monthly now. There's also a channel membership that we do as well on here, which you can see the stars on people. If you want to join that as well, give us a shout. I'll send you Discord links, etc. with that. Just trying to build a community on here, just helping out each other, everybody. That's brilliant. I don't know if I'll get a chance to do that, because how far away is it? A little friend of mine, right? Whoever, yeah, just of course, I'll be at TF Nation. Yeah, that's it. We had loads that didn't come out. I'll be at TF Nation. Whoever wants to come and say hello, please do. Obviously it's funny. Powermaster Prime was supposed to be a target master and a headmaster as well as being a power master. Ah, interesting. That would have been really good, actually. Now you've said that. Oh, that's it. I'm only going to be Marisa. Good evening, Russ. Jeez. Thanks very much, Daniel. You take care, mate. Mercia. Was that Mercia or Marisa? I missed it. Or was it Spanish from Marique? I've never heard that before. That would have been neat. It would have been good. Right, I think all the last few questions are coming on. What I'll do is I'll give you guys like at least a week or so's notice next time I'm going to do a live, and then we'll do, I'll do some polls or stuff before it so we can discuss all them. I just wanted to get this out, as I always try and do one at least a month now, because again, I love, there's been 30 plus people talking. Oh, okay. There's been 30 plus people talking. Ah, okay. Yes, I do. I like the look of them, Willie. They look good. Uh, ah, I've never heard that. Why have I never heard that? Obviously, as soon as you said it, Murica is half of America, and they've took that. See, too old. I'm too old. I don't know any of this new stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, we'll do another one. I might even do 2 next month. Who knows? Because yes, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll do 2 because there's a TF Con in a couple of weeks' time, so I'll do a live after that, or maybe even do a live there. To be honest, yeah, honestly, Paul, don't know anything. I'm completely. If you put you are Peter, a bit older than me, but you're more computer literate than me. I'm sitting in front of a phone on a tripod with an iPod in my hand. There you go. That's me, rock and roll. But yeah, I'll do one there, and I'll try and get some interviews as well because Simon Fairman's there as well, and then I'll do my normal one at the end of the month, and then before you know it, it'll be TF Nation. What new age figure? Good question, Duke. I don't think it's new age for me at the moment. I really want to see Leo Kaiser's Iron Factory. They're the ones I've got on pre-order. They're the ones I want to see. That's the one I want to see. But I've got Michael in there, who's Adams, to do a review on. So I'm going to hopefully do that over the weekend. Well, I won't get it done the weekend. It's Sunday morning now here already. So I won't get that done. I know, it's funny. It is funny. It is though, isn't it? People moan at me. People say you shouldn't do this. It is. I'm getting used to it. I got this though, so that's better. But there you go. I'm going to slowly start to wind this down for exactly that reason. As I say, I've got sea life. I've got loads to do. You will indeed, Wayne. I will see you at Thingy. Yes, we've seen that, Willie. It's called Transformers 1. And apologies to the people who are jumping in now. I'm going to wind this down. I really appreciate everybody who's been in the chat today. The 2 hours have just completely flown. I can't even believe, to be honest, that I've been in the chat or doing this for 2 hours. Duke, sorry, I'm going to cut you short as well, mate. He looks awesome. Thank you for your continued and ongoing support. Anybody who's still left in the chat who hasn't pressed the like button, please do that for me. It means a lot. And indeed, everything else. Am I going to do? Yes, I am. Because funnily enough, Tristan, they came today. Everybody's here. Everybody's going. Yes, I'm going to do them. At least one for tomorrow, maybe the other for Monday. So yes, I'll get them done. Thanks, guys. Perfect. Everybody's leaving, so that's it. I don't feel bad now saying bye because everybody's going. No, it's not. It's the animated movie you just mentioned, Willie. Check out my video on it, matey. You'll find out more about it there. And in the meantime, guys, thanks, Pete. Thanks for staying up. Everybody, thank you for jumping in on the chat. Guzzy, nice to see you too. See you at TFCon in 2 weeks. See everybody who's going to be at TFCon in 2 weeks. And see everybody again. Thank you very much, guys. Let's end this. See you later, Paul. Nice to meet you properly. Have we ever had it? No, we haven't. Boom. It's been good, has it? Flew, didn't it? It definitely flew. Gotta go now. Sorry.